Hi, my name is Patrick Desjardins. In this episode, you will learn about the number NaN, also known as not a number. This last sentence was right. NaN type is number, even though the NaN means not a number. A quick console.log of type NaN returns number, another pleasure of JavaScript. However, to some extent, it makes sense. Most of the time, we expect having an operation to set a value into the number, and something happens that does not complete that promise. The situation can be that an expected input to a number is finally not respected by the user in an input field. When parsing the incorrect value, the result does not throw an exception but return NaN. For example, parseflow test returns NaN. The same is true with parsed in. Let's compare the return value to NaN with parseflow test equals NaN, and whoops, again in the realm of pleasure of JavaScript. To compare a NaN value, we must use the function isNaN. Comparing directly with NaN does not work. NaN is not NaN. We may not appreciate these little traps, and we are not yet done. For example, in ECMAScript 2015, the Number.isNaN function was released as a new function to compare NaN. The new function removed some quirks about isNaN. Actually, isNaN is considered not reliable because it can return some false positive, meaning that isNaN returns true when it should return false. Or you can see that something is a number was considered false while it should not. For example, using the string false positive to the function isNaN and to the function Number.isNaN provide two different responses. The response from the isNaN is a false positive with a true value that is not a number. The Number.isNaN function returns the proper value to false. That is a little bit tricky, but the isNaN should return true only if the value is really NaN, and not when the data itself is not a value. In the case of the string, that underneath is not a number because false positive is a string. The function isNaN uses the conversion with the object number to get a number. Because the string is not a number, it returns NaN, and the NaN is return type is true, which means that it's not NaN, it's true. However, the reality is that the value is a string and not a NaN, hence should be false. The ECMAScript Number.isNaN is stricter and compared to NaN. A small note, on the previous example, required a cast with any. We will talk in a future episode about casting in the type any. For the moment, remember that TypeScript protects you to do silly conversion. The example above cannot compile because the isNaN takes a single parameter of type number, and TypeScript is smart enough to realize that we are passing a string. As you can see, TypeScript helps to guard us to fall into JavaScript's traps. In that case, we have to use Number.isNaN function because TypeScript knows we might fall short with the isNaN function. Please subscribe to get notified when any video is released. At that point, we may wonder when NaN occurs. There are 5 times when you may need to compare with isNaN or Number.isNaN function. The first one is when using the parseInt, parsefloat, or the number to cast a string to a number. If we try to cast a number into a string, it returns a number, but not if we try to parse a letter. The example covers the toParse function and the number constructor. The second time is an arithmetic operation that does not give a real number. For example, the square function does not return a real number for all negative numbers. If we perform a square of minus 111, we have a valid number but not a number situation. An operation with NaN value causes a NaN result. For example, multiplying 2 by NaN returns NaN. It would be the same with the division, addition, or subtraction, or any other operator. Another case is the operation that is using undefined value. For example, multiplying 2 by undefined returns NaN. Finally, if a string operates on a number, a NaN will occur. This case is mostly safe in TypeScript if the code is well typed because TypeScript won't let you multiply a string with a number, for example. To conclude, JavaScript is widely known to have quirks, and TypeScript is known to take care of most of them. However, it is interesting to know the basic of JavaScript, like with today's NaN function. To conclude, let me quiz you about the number.maxValue, which is the biggest number supported by JavaScript. What happens if you multiply the maximum value by itself? Is it NaN? Nope. It will be infinity, another accepted value for a number that is not NaN. So here we are again. We are at a fork where you need to take a decision. Would you like to learn about big int or to learn about how to parse a number into a string? Regardless of your choice, it is the good one because it is your choice. See you soon.